Planet Zoo has been rated E10 plus by the MSRB for crude humor, mild blood, and mild violence. It has been approved for all persons ages 10 and over. This video is brought to you in part by The Night Sheriff by Phil Foglio. Bartholomew Xenon's Xenonland is protected by the Night Sheriff. Day and night, he's burdened by a witch's curse to be aware of all that live and play within the massive fantasy theme park. Now an attack on the park by a monster hunter who knows far too much threatens everything: the guests, the staff, and the supernaturals who take refuge in the park. The Night Sheriff must scramble to uncover not only the source of the threat, but the secrets of the park of which even he was not aware. If he doesn't, he may be doomed. The park may be doomed. And even the world may be doomed. And that's a lot of doom. Go to Amazon.com for your copy today. Hey kids, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Planet Zoo and the Prairie Haven Zoo Project. What I'm doing today is I'm putting in a habitat for the Malayan tapir. Normally I don't double up on species like that. I mean, if I'm going to have, say, a bear in my zoo, I'm just going to have one bear. I'm not going to do, like, every kind of bear. I do occasionally do that when, like, I'm doing a specialty zoo, but for the most part I avoid doubling up like that. But I decided to double up here with the Malayan tapir since it's already, since I already have the Baird's tapir, because I've never put a Malayan tapir in any zoo I've ever built. So I decided, you know what, why not? This turned out to be a longer build than I thought it would, mostly because I kept getting interrupted. In order to play franchise mode in Planet Zoo, you have to actually be connected to the Frontier Development's franchise servers. And for whatever reason, I kept getting disconnected. And it wasn't just a case of, oh, the signal dropped and now it's back. No, I would get disconnected and it would stay disconnected for an hour. So I'd turn the game off and I'd come back to the build. You can actually tell, well, maybe, I don't know, if you're watching, but there are a couple of points during this build, 3-4 points during this build, where everything jumps suddenly, and that's because I was disconnected. And in another case, it was just that my family interrupted me and I had to stop because I had to go take care of something for my family, which of course, the family comes first. Anyway, I did have a couple of false starts on this build. I ended up finishing it and it looked pretty good, but I did have a couple of places where it was like, okay, I want to do this. No, that's not quite working out. Let's start over. And that does happen when you're playing the game. It does happen. In the end, though, I like the way the habitat came out. I think it looks really, really good. I hope you like it too. I'm going to turn this over to the speed build. The speed build is a little longer. Like I said, it's a little longer than the last couple have been, if only because, I had to start and stop a couple of times. And that delayed things because, I lost, what's the phrase? I lost I lost my groove, I lost my rhythm. So anyway, I hope you like the build. It's a fascinating animal, and I'm glad to finally put it in one of my zoos. Anyway, I will talk to you in a moment when the build is over. So here we have the finished habitat. I think it came out pretty good. It's good looking, I gotta tell you that. I like how it worked out. I'm glad that it worked out. I was worried for a bit that I had too many plants and rocks in here, but I think it came out just fine. I do like the look of this shelter. It was homemade, mostly out of African pieces, despite the fact that the Malayan tapir is an Asian animal. But that's all right. They look good together. The waterfall came out really well. The swimming area is great. There's the foraging area. It's just a good habitat. It's sunken. I like the railing. I did the railing myself. It just works, I like this. So anyway, tell me what you think in the comments below. Let me know what you think about this particular habitat. If you liked what I did here, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Helps me out, costs you nothing. In the next episode, I will be adding the Komodo Dragon, and I'm going to be putting it way the heck over here on either this side or that side of the path. I haven't figured out which. And after that, I'm basically going to be building in this general direction, filling in these areas to meet back up with the tapir habitat, basically to fill up this part of the zoo. And then I'm going to come back over and work on this part after that. We might be expanding further south, but I don't know yet. But definitely the next thing is going to be the Komodo Dragon, and I'm either going to put it here or here. So stay tuned for that. I hope you're there to watch it, and I will see you then. Bye-bye.